What's up, guys? Cooking again tonight. We got frozen tilapia fillets. We're gonna take this, get some carrots in the mix. Got our butter, got our cream cheese, got our mushroom powder. Jesus Christ! A little bit of oyster sauce, a little bit of soy sauce. Some eggs, gotta love it. And then we got our dumplings, shrimp, pork, and mushroom. All of this courtesy of the Asian market. Best place on earth. This, however, is not. This is imported from Munich, Germany. We got the Warsteiner Das Einzig War Oktoberfest Special Edition, limited time. Go ahead and crack that puppy open. We'll give it a sip. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty light. Coming in at 6%. And it was naturally brewed, according to the German purity law. Bonus points. Same deal as last time. We'll start off by just washing our carrots here. Transfer them over to the cutting board. I still don't know if you're supposed to do this. Yeah, they look all right. Still don't know if you're supposed to do this. If someone wants to look it up for me, great. Let me know in the comments. Jeez, I can't open this. If not, no big deal. Keep washing them, I guess. We're gonna get these puppies sliced up. We're gonna get them put in a bowl, and then we're gonna start worrying about the tilapia here. Now that we got those all sliced up, I'm gonna meet you over there. We're gonna have some butter. We're gonna have the fish ready, and I'm gonna have a plan. But until then, we'll hit a brief intermission. All right, our butter's starting to burn. I got two of these puppies open. Still trying to get that one, but oh my Lord. Might as well throw these on. Just fucking get it cooking. I just launched this onto the floor right there. Who cares? Throw it on the butter, I guess. We're gonna go for a nice little sear here. That's the plan. Give it a couple minutes on this side. We'll be able to flip it over, and then we'll be able to add some more materials. I'm gonna season these puppies up with, you already know it, Kinder's V Blend. Get a little bit on this side that is not down. Nice little shake action here. And then we're gonna add a little bit of mushroom powder and the other materials as it goes a little longer. And we're gonna make soup. In the meantime, I'm just gonna grab my mini dumpling pan and just get it ready for when it's dumpling time. Heat the Warsteiner 2. Got a good feeling about these puppies. All right, we've had this cooking on a medium heat for just a little while here. Probably about 3-4 minutes. So now we're gonna very carefully flip these over. It's impossible with one hand and a rubber spatula, dog, I'll tell you what. Oh my Lord. Fuck it, we take it. This shit's still frozen. I don't really care, because that's not what it's about. It's about making soup, and it'll cook through eventually. We're gonna hit this other side with a little bit of the blend, and then after, we're gonna give this probably about another, I don't know, at this point, maybe minute and a half, 2.5 minutes, and we're gonna just reevaluate. We're gonna probably add water and start making soup or whatever. And I know some people say you gotta separate out the stock, but I don't even know what that means, dog. Miss me with that. All right, now it's been a few minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and add about a 1/4 cup or 4 tablespoons of water to our pan. I don't know if I'm supposed to put it on the fish, but fish love that stuff, so, you know, might as well. And then we're gonna wanna throw our lid on there. Let this cook for another 4 to 6 minutes. I'll be back and we'll see where we're at. While we're waiting on that, shout out to Lamb Stew. If you didn't see the last video where I made sandwiches, That was spooky. Turned out pretty good. That's what's left. We got a little bit of carrots, some broth, a little bit of tallow. It's about that time we pop the lid off for a sec. We're gonna hit this with the fork test. Look at that technique. Oh, fuck. Never mind. Does it? Oh, it flakes. It flakes good. Okay, we're gonna pull this. We're gonna add it back here in a sec, I think. Yeah, that's some good fish. All right, I'll be right back with that on the cutting board. So we got that heat turned off for a second. It was actually so cooked, it just flaked apart. Perfect, right? So we're gonna let that sit. I'll come back, attack it with the fork. In the meantime, I'm gonna get all the additives ready and we're gonna convert this into a creamy broth. First things first, we're gonna add 4 cups of water. My favorite thing about measuring water is when you're done, you can just leave the cup out to dry. Anyway, we got 4 cups of water. We're gonna turn this back on to a medium heat. We're gonna sauce it up with these puppies. I don't really know the exact measurements, so we're just gonna kind of eyeball it, I suppose. Shoot. This stuff is really good. It's called oyster sauce. I highly recommend it. The brand I like is this one, Panda brand. Pretty good. Now we're gonna hit it with the mushroom powder. I'll be right back. Now we're gonna hit it with the mushroom powder. Just 1 scoop of this stuff, and we're solid. That's starting to smell really good, by the way. Throw that all in there. And we're just gonna let that kind of do its thing. I'm gonna give it a stir every now and then, and we'll just see where we're at. We got that all mixed up. There's still a little bit of fish at the bottom, but we don't care. We're just gonna go ahead and add our carrots and just kind of let that bubble, I guess. Yeah, I'll be back when there's more going on. All right, so we got some cream cheese ready. We got about another tablespoon of butter, just kind of chilling. I guess the game plan now is we're just gonna smash the fish. We're just gonna smash it. Just smash it up real good. Because we're gonna throw it back in when this gets all cooked. And I hit it with the secret sauce and it turns into like super creamy fish soup. I'm not sure. I've never done this. I'm not a cook. But I'm having fun here. All right, bud. I've been sitting on this beer way too long, huh? What do you think? Jeez. Shout out Warsteiner. Shout out to Asian Market, always holding it down. All right, so the idea is now that this is like cooked up, it's been about 5-6 minutes. We're gonna throw this whole chunk of hoopla in there. Then we're gonna come over here to this goop, and we're just gonna get like a big old chunk of the goop. Big old chunk of that stuff. Chunk of that junk. We're gonna throw that in there. Makes it thicker. And we want it to be nice and creamy. Now every once in a while we're gonna stir this around and we're gonna give it about 30 seconds before I turn it from medium back down to low. This looks disgusting. I hope this doesn't turn out like terrible. What is this? Well, it's starting to thicken up a little bit. I gotta let this melt. I turned it down to a medium low, and I just hope that it doesn't look this terrible in a second. And then maybe I'll give it a taste. And then the idea is we're gonna throw that back in there, throw some ramen noodles on top, and we got ourselves some fish soup. I forgot to mention, I'm gonna throw in a couple of these puppies. All right, I gave it a little taste. It had really good flavor. So we're gonna give it a stir. I added a little bit more mushroom powder, just going for a little bit saltier of a taste. You know, I wish it was a little thicker, but we'll give it another sec. If it doesn't really thicken up that much, no big deal. We're gonna add our fish in. And one traditional ramen packet wasn't enough. Had to bust out the specialty Asian Market, top of the line, heavy duty ramen. Incredible. All right, this has been bubbling up, bubbling up, bubbling up. We're gonna give her a little taste, and if she's good, we're just gonna dump all the fish in. Pretty good. All right, I can't do this with one hand. I'm not even gonna attempt it. I'll be right back. We got all the fish put in. We're gonna give it a stir. We're gonna give it a second, and then we're gonna come back and hit it with our noodles and some eggs. Maybe add a little water to top it off, but see how we're looking here in a second. Look at that, gentlemen. One can only fathom the flavors of that unfolding on his tongue as he mixes up about 8 eggs at the same time. We're gonna get these mixed up. We're gonna throw them in there shortly after we add our ramen packets. I'm gonna do that first, obviously, let the eggs sit for a second, and I'll be right back with that. All right, we don't care about the sauces in here. Maybe I won't. We just want a straight noodle in the concoction. We got our eggs beat. They're just waiting a sec. We're gonna let these soften up for maybe about 2 minutes, and then we're gonna throw the eggs on top. It's probably been about 10 minutes of just sitting there since the fish was added. I'm just trying to let it soak in maximal flavors. I'm really struggling over here. There we go. Just get these puppies thrown in there, and we'll kind of move them around, and I'll be right back. All right, we're getting to the final countdown here. We're just smashing up our ramen noodles within it, kind of soaking up the broth a little more than I expected, but that's completely fine. We just keep stirring that, stirring that, stirring that. Seems like it's all broken up. You know what time it is? You know how to do it to them. Hit it with the eggs. I'm just gonna let that cook, and I'm gonna mix it around. I'll check in, and then when it looks like done enough, maybe we'll give it a bite. All right, the broth is non-existent anymore. I can only imagine this has some incredible flavor though. So I think what I'm gonna do is just keep stirring it, keep fucking with it. We put it down to low. I'm gonna kill a beer, crack one more. I don't know, maybe 2. I'll come back here in a sec, and I'll probably portion this out. This puppy looks about ready. While we're waiting, we're gonna get the dumplings ready. Boom. Dumplings ready. Oh. Boom. Yup. Come over here. We're gonna turn on the faucet. We want about halfway up the dumplings. That's good to go. Bring it back over to this puppy. I don't light this front guy up. Put it on about whatever that is. Cover that puppy up. Improvise, adapt, overcome. The lid doesn't fit, make it fucking fit. Shout out the food, it smells delicious. We're gonna give it a test here when the dumplings are done. Not much of a soup. You gotta pour one out to commemorate the soup. This is so beyond done. We're gonna just turn this off, move it off the burner. These are about ready to get pulled. Once I pull them, I'll catch you back. But in the meantime, I'm gonna give this a little bite, see how the flavor turned out. I'm hoping really good. There's no more broth or anything, so I'm thinking most of that got like put in the noodle. I'm not gonna pretend that that's amazing. I'm not gonna pretend that that's ass. I think I threw a little soy sauce on top of my helping tonight. It'll be delicious. But that's like probably a 6 out of 10. I think I needed more seasoning. I need something. I need more water, maybe more cream, more broth, maybe. But that's just not doing it for me. I'm not gonna lie, I was being dramatic. It's pretty good. I'll throw the soy sauce on it. I bet I'll have a better review in a second. We're gonna plate these puppies up, hit them with some oyster sauce. You know the deal. Dumplings on the plate, bowl on the plate, doubled up, baby. All right, it may not look it, but we got about 1.5 carats, about a pound of tilapia, about 2/3 of a packet of ramen in there. Just added some soy sauce, mix it around. We got the dumplings, we got the oyster sauce on top of it. I'll be right back, check in, let you guys know how it is. I'm not gonna lie, not my best plating, probably not my best dish. But we're gonna give it a rip and see what we think. After adding soy sauce, that's a little bit better. You know, for a high protein last minute, whatever the hell dish, I'll give it a 8.5 out of 10. But when you throw the shrimp pork dumplings into the mix, man, come on. Come on. And a quality beer like Warsteiner, you got to give this dinner a 9 out of 10.